Man, oh man, what a time to be alive for fight fans. Here we are on the eve of UFC 319, and the energy in Chicago is just electric. You can feel it in the air. This isn't just another fight night, it's one of those events that has the potential to be truly legendary. A night we'll be talking about for years and years to come. The United Center is about to become a modern-day coliseum. A place where warriors step into the cage to test their skills, their heart, and their will to win. It's a beautiful, violent ballet, and tomorrow night we get a front-row seat to the madness. It's what the UFC is all about, folks. The city itself is buzzing. Everywhere you go, people are talking about the fights. They're debating the main event, they're excited about the undercard, and they're just soaking in the atmosphere. Chicago has always been a phenomenal fight town with a rich history of combat sports, and the UFC showing up always takes it to another level. This card, even with the last-minute changes, is stacked with talent from top to bottom. It's a testament to how deep the UFC roster is right now. You've got champions, you've got killers on the rise, and you've got hungry newcomers looking to make a name for themselves. It's the perfect recipe for an unforgettable night. What I love about these big fight weeks is the palpable tension. You see the fighters at the press conferences, you see them at the weigh-ins, and you can just sense the immense pressure they are under. They've trained for months, sacrificed everything, and pushed their bodies to the absolute limit for these 15 or 25 minutes inside that cage. It's a level of dedication that most people can't even comprehend. And for us, the fans, we get to witness the culmination of all that hard work. It's an honor, really, to watch these incredible athletes perform at the highest level of the sport. So, as we sit here on August 15th, 2025, the anticipation is just building and building. Tomorrow night, all the talk stops. All the predictions, all the analysis, it all goes out the window when that cage door locks. That's when the truth comes out. It's a primal experience, watching two highly skilled individuals go to war. It taps into something deep inside all of us. This is more than just a sport, it's a spectacle of human potential and raw, unadulterated competition. Chicago is ready, the world is watching, and I cannot wait to see how it all unfolds. The main event, wow, this is the one we've all been waiting for. Dricus still knocks du Plessis, the middleweight champion versus the undefeated monster, Khamzat Borz Chimaev. This is a fascinating clash of styles and personalities. Dricus is a powerhouse, a guy with relentless pressure and legitimate one-punch knockout power in both hands. He's awkward, he's unorthodox, and that's what makes him so dangerous. He wades into the fire, takes a shot to give a shot, and has proven time and time again that his chin and his cardio are world-class. He's the champion for a reason. He earned that belt through pure grit. On the other side, you have the enigma that is Khamzat Chimaev. This guy is a different kind of animal. His wrestling is just on another planet. He mauls people. He picks them up, slams them down, and smothers them with suffocating top pressure. We've seen him run through elite competition with a kind of dominance that is just terrifying. He talks the talk, and so far he has walked the walk every single time. The question has always been, how will he look in a 5-round championship fight against someone who can match his physicality and won't be intimidated by his aura? This is his ultimate test. The paths these two men took to get here are incredible. Dricus had to go through hell and back, fighting wars against guys like Robert Whittaker and Sean Strickland to claim the throne. He's been doubted every step of the way, but he keeps proving everyone wrong with his sheer determination. He represents that old-school fighter mentality. Khamzat, on the other hand, exploded onto the scene like a comet. He was this unstoppable force of nature, finishing guys in multiple weight classes and barely absorbing a single significant strike in his first few fights. He's a phenom, a true prodigy of the sport. So the big question is, what gives? Can Dricus keep the fight standing and land that one big shot that changes everything? Or will Khamzat get his hands on him, drag him into deep water, and impose his will on the ground? It's the classic striker versus grappler matchup, but with so many more layers. Both guys are incredibly strong, both are mentally tough, and both are absolutely convinced they are the best in the world. This isn't just a fight for the belt, it's a fight for legacy. It's strength versus strength, will versus will. It's going to be violent, and it's going to be spectacular. Fight week is never without its drama, and UFC 319 has had its fair share of chaos. It's the nature of the beast. You have athletes pushing their bodies to the breaking point, and sometimes, things just happen. On Thursday, just 2 days out, we got the news that 2 fights were off the card. The lightweight scrap between Bobby King Green and Diego Ferreira was cancelled, along with the TUF 33 welterweight finale featuring Rodrigo Cizinando and Daniil Donchenko. It's a tough break for those fighters who put in a full training camp, made weight, and were ready to go to war. It's always a gut punch for the fans, but you have to feel for the fighters the most. Imagine the discipline, the sacrifice, the money spent on camp, all for it to be pulled out from under you at the last second. For a veteran like Bobby Green who's been looking to get back on track, or Diego Ferreira, who'd been chasing that fight for years, it's a huge disappointment. The same goes for the TUF finalists, Cezinando and Donchenko, who were on the cusp of realizing their dream of winning the show and securing that UFC contract. The good news is these fights are expected to be rescheduled, so they'll get their chance soon. But this is the UFC, and the show must go on. Dana White and the matchmakers are the best in the business for a reason. They scrambled and managed to add a brand new fight to the card, keeping the action flowing. They've brought in two middleweight debutants, Baisangur Susurkayev and Eric Nolan, to step up on just a couple of days' notice. This is a massive opportunity for these two guys. 1 minute you're waiting for a call, the next you're on one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. That's a life-changing moment right there. This kind of last-minute mayhem is part of what makes the sport so compelling. It's unpredictable, it keeps you on your toes. And it opens the door for new talent to shine. Susurkayev is coming in with a perfect 9-0 record, fresh off a first-round knockout on the Contender Series just this week. That's insane. And his opponent, Eric Nolan, is a tough veteran on a 4-fight win streak. These guys have nothing to lose and everything to gain. They are going to come out and try to steal the show, and that makes their fight a must-watch. This event, UFC 319, feels significant. It feels like a moment that will shape the future of the middleweight division for years to come. A win for Dricus solidifies his reign as a dominant champion, a true king who defended his throne against one of the most feared challengers in the sport's history. It would cement his legacy as an all-time great from South Africa and prove that heart and grit can overcome even the most daunting physical gifts. He would have answered all the questions and silenced all the doubters for good. It's a legacy-defining fight for him. However, if Khamzat Chimaev wins, we enter a new era, the Boers era. A victory for him would be the fulfillment of a prophecy that began the moment he stepped into the octagon. It would validate all the hype and confirm his status as a once-in-a-generation talent. An undefeated, undisputed champion with his kind of dominance would cast a massive shadow over the entire division. Who could possibly challenge him? It would be a scary prospect for every other middleweight on the planet. He's not just fighting for a belt, he's fighting to create a dynasty. Beyond the main event, this card is a glimpse into the future of the sport. The addition of guys like Baisangur Susurkayev and Eric Nolan is a perfect example of the UFC's constant evolution. The talent pool is deeper than it has ever been. Fighters are coming from all corners of the globe, with incredible skills and undefeated records, hungry to make their mark. Susurkayev earning his contract on Tuesday and fighting on a pay-per-view on Saturday is the kind of story that makes this sport so amazing. It shows that if you have the skills and the courage, your life can change in an instant. Ultimately, UFC 319 represents everything we love about mixed martial arts. It's a blend of high-stakes championship drama, unpredictable chaos, and the emergence of new stars. The new broadcast deal and fighter pay structure are bringing even more legitimacy and resources into the sport, ensuring that we'll continue to see these kinds of epic events. As we head into tomorrow night, we're not just watching a series of fights, we are witnessing history. We're watching legacies being built and destroyed in real time. It's pure, it's raw, and it's going to be one hell of a night.